Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Software Inc. with me, Lathrix, and welcome to the nearing of complete domination of the world. At this stage, we are almost completely independent. As you can see, I've made a few changes. Now I have another floor, another floor opposite the server room, which is now going to be host to is going to be the host, because this place is going to be evil. No, this is going to be the living quarters, the working quarters of the lovely game engine developers, meaning that now, once the two leaders come back from training, one on the automation, one on HR management, we can hire some staff, and then we will be completely independent in every single way. We no longer require other groups, which means we have a bit of dominance, which means we can become the evil publishing company we've always wanted. But honestly, that means I think we need a bit of a change of tower, a change of scenery, a change of how we look. Now, I've got a few things in mind. I was thinking for a while to have like lots of small buildings and have like the other offices in there, and that's actually quite a nice choice, I think, because we can have things like the small operating system room and then the medium one, and we could have like other rooms, because obviously as we become independent, the market is going to be less flooded with things, because we're going to buy out all the other companies very, very soon, which means we're going to be only one producing things, which means we are very much able to spam produce. So, but I want to be like an evil publishing company, and I just couldn't think of a good pattern or design for an evil publishing company. I've played around with a few things. I was thinking with this one, we could have like this kind of like M shape, and have buildings, and here like have different. So it's just one floor in height, and then we can have like one room here for developing something, one there for developing. I thought something more along the lines of this kind of boat shape, this kind of like C with a bit of a centre on a similar kind of fashion, but I'm not too sure. That's all in the future though. So for now, we can just relax and let the automation do its part. We made 6 million last month. We're going to lose a bit this time because I've been doing a bit of renovating, which means we've lost a bit in terms of costs. But we're actually doing quite well. Now, since the IT manager's been back in, it's been fantastic, because he's been able to fix everyone's issues and no one's as upset as they were, which is great. One thing I do need to do, however, is these poor people are overworked to crap. They really are. Our marketing team, God bless their little evil souls, are overworked to poop, which means we do need to do something about marketing. So I'm racking my brain trying to decide, am I going to have a marketing on top of here? Because we could have like a whole floor dedicated to marketing. Or are we going to build a new building for marketing? Because like I say, I'm not sure what to do. I've actually now bought out the entire area, by the way, so I have all of this land to play with. So one thought I'm having is, why don't we build like a city? We could literally build a development city, which would be awesome. As much as I did like this idea, I don't think I really want to go with that weird M shape. It's a bit odd, honestly. Yeah, goodbye. So, yeah, not much else to discuss other than that. So today's going to be all about end development. We could actually buy out the other. You know what? I think it's time we can actually buy out the other company. So we'll do that tomorrow. So we can have all our costs hit us now, so we don't have to add those all up. There we go. Goodbye. Come on, let me teleport to tomorrow. Thank you. Now, there's going to be a loss, apparently, even though we obviously went up in money at the end there because of the... where are you, you beautiful thing? Maintenance construction was 10 million. So, yeah. So, let's see then. So, we want to go into all companies, max it out, and we're going to look via worth. So, the most expensive one currently is Punch Camp Incorporated. So, look at you. So, if we just, buy this out here... Goodbye you. Goodbye you. Goodbye you. Goodbye you. You kind of get the idea. I'm literally going to buy out every other company, and that's actually going to hurt us in the short term, but in the long term it's going to be brilliant, because there's going to be no competitors at all producing anything ever. And if you actually look at our cash, we're actually gaining money each time, because we buy out the other people's stocks in addition to the main stock. Wow, there's a lot of companies at the moment. Okay, so I'm just going to skip ahead and get all this stock sorted. And leave it on fast forward, because honestly there's nothing for us to do. Oh, wonderful. It's now heading towards 1994. Time to have a quick check if there's anything new we can add to our OS and such. I mean, the automated process will eventually get it, but I would like to have a quick check myself just to ensure I am getting the very best operating system out as soon as possible. I can't imagine there's too much innovation yet, as I tend to like doing it in like every 5 or 10 years so far, so yeah. And of course, we're giving everyone a huge raise to keep them happy throughout the year. Honestly, they're doing a great job so far, and we couldn't have done it without them. And then back to buying stock like a power-hungry tycoon. Okay, the month has came where all the lovely people, well, the lovely leaders will be returning to their, well, for the first time, entering their new job space, which is fantastic because we can actually get the game engines up and running, which is a really big deal, because it means then we are indeed completely independent and flooding the market with every single kind of product which is necessary. Of course, we're not doing web-based games and such just yet, because that'll require a bit more server commitment, which we kind of need our own server building, which is all coming in the future, as I say. We're actually getting quite close to the end of the game, currently, honestly, like I was saying, because there's not much to it. Once you've established such amazing dominance, you can really I am the only company currently doing anything. I am the only company doing anything whatsoever. And as you just saw then, my profits are going higher and higher and higher and higher as it goes. So, not much really else to do, honestly. I'm going to quickly hire some IT support, so I don't trust them, and then we're going to have a quick look-see at if there is anything new for the OS. Nope, 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 and nope. Okay, as I thought, there's absolutely nothing new for the OS, so there's nothing new we really need to concern ourselves about, as anything new in these sections will be automatically developed for us. I'd love if we could start making bigger games already, 'cause that's getting a bit meh. So, now we need to hire some staff. As always, I'll just skip ahead from this. I'll just start off the process. There's not much to do. I feel today's going to be quite a short episode, as I'm actually doing quite a lot, but most of it's stuff you've already saw before. It's going to be just like expanding on what we already had, and then I'll get back to actually doing the longer recordings when we get to doing things like the actual finishing buildings and stuff, and just establishing permanent dominance upon this world. I don't think I'll go any further in years than 2014, because at that point, really. So 2015, at that point, we've already reached our era, and if we're still dominant, I think we can safely say we've beat the game in its current form. Of course, it is an alpha, and I'll definitely be playing more and more as more things are included, including doing patch notes. I'll definitely be doing update videos, because I know a lot of you really, really do enjoy this series, and I'm really happy to see that, honestly. It's a lovely thing to see that the people are interested in something you're interested in as well. So, this is a developer, yes? So, designer rather. Oh, nope, does not fit the bill at all, which is a shame. We'll just get the first person, then we'll continue it off camera. There we go, you're good enough. And you're good in everything, which is exactly what I want to see for the first few people. We have 7 spaces, as we have 8 spaces, but we have one already, of course, taken up by the leader. Okay, that's all of the staff hired, which means now when the staff come back in, in fact I can do it right now, we can go into using the game engine. And again, we don't really need to really, what's it called, market it, since this isn't to make money. This is just so there's always going to be a, yeah, large game engine, excellent. There's always going to be a good game engine on the market, honestly, for us to use more than anyone else. Once this is developed, we should see a slight increase in our quality of games. Our games, though, honestly, we haven't had a bad quality game now in over 3 years. So in over 3 months, rather, so 3 sets of 2. So in 6 games, we've had mediocre and good all around, which has been fantastic. So obviously, we're already doing things correctly. So we don't want it to be marketed. We do want the development team to be programming engine. And then marketing team, like I say, we don't really care about anyone at all. Support team, no one. Server, we'll use the helper. Spider for both, and that is that done. In the other group, the programming, we actually have the ability to do HR. We're programmers, secondary artists, upgrade our budget to 100,000. There we go, and that's that sorted. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing that being finished. That should be tomorrow. We should get our lovely, delicious game engine sorted, and that really is it. We are completely independent at this stage. We have no need for other companies. We are completely able to handle our own goods and welfare. And that's it, really. After that, then we need to. The only things. So let's have a quick mental checklist. Things we do need: small operating systems, medium operating systems, more games, web-based games in particular. Yeah, the game engine will take a while because it is a large. Also, not everyone's here because I think a few people went on vacation. Actually, yeah, I do recognise some of their names. There we go. Fantastic. That won't take too long. Well, it'll take a couple of days, but we don't really need it. As long as there's one out every year, it should be okay, honestly. And because it's going to be large, it's going to be a much higher quality. Now, we have 8 people working there, so there's nothing else we can really do to increase their... Ooh, actually, we could. I've just thought we haven't got much prettiness in this room. That's going to impact them very mildly, but... Honestly, everything you do which improves it, you may as well do, particularly when it's as cheap as £10 per plant. There you go, give them some lovely plants to have a look at while they're working, you know? I mean, honestly, if I had a desk, I would probably have a plant on it myself, even if I had to bring it in myself, because it's just nice. It's a bit of it's life on your desk, you know? It's not just random nothingness, just blank computerizedness. Adding a bit of life to a room certainly helps out. In real life as well, because I used to do that at the old laboratory I used to work in. In every single room there was at least one plant or something to take care of, and the team had to take care of it. We had this really weird creeper plant. It was bizarre, but it kind of went out of the window, which really shouldn't have happened, but it kind of just did, and it was fine because it didn't really violate any safety rules, but it was kind of unorthodox, but it's a gorgeous thing. It did help, just knowing the fact you've got a plant your team's taken care of does help boost morale. I mean, at very minimum, it's something to talk about. Even if it's something as simple as that. I mean, don't underestimate the power of people talking on morale. There we are. Not so much profit there. Actually, why was the profit so low? Probably made a bad game. Honestly, as long as the... That's fine. Yeah, a bad game was released, and that's what happened. Everything else seems absolutely fine, yeah, so it's just, okay audio tools, the audio tools was just okay, that's fine. The OS was fine, so it was simply just a bad game, and that's what cost us the profit. Also, of course, we do have a whole new, we have a whole new team we're paying, which is going to cost like $100,000 per month. God, you guys are slow. There we go. The first game engine's out, so that should help us in the future with a lot of things. Let's have a quick look how that actually does. Some people take forever to get out. There we go. Next day, we're back up to 6 million. And let's have a quick look. I don't know what it's actually going to be called, honestly. Visual tool. That. Shocks graphics. Visual tool. I'm guessing that's it, the Shape engine. It's worth a look, so it must be just mediocre or good, that's fine, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Which means now the game groups actually have a better game engine they can work on, which is fantastic. So that's a big deal, honestly. So, now let's discuss our future then. So we're making a very consistent amount of money, and now we have all of the groundworks to start making more profitable ventures. I'm still not 100% sure why we can't make large games. That's the only thing. Because I'm fairly certain at this stage... Just cancel for a second. Okay, project management. Game, medium, instantly goes into small game. I'm not sure why that is, honestly. It's odd to me. I'm not sure why that is the case. Because I'm fairly certain you can make a large game. Let's have a quick check. So, let's give one to dev to work on. So, game, big tester. Game engine will... find the one we literally just released there, which is this one, the large one, okay. Then we'll choose visual tools, and we'll go with, once again, release date, just whichever one's... all good. We've just been making consistently good visual tools. And then audio tool, same again, we'll just go with the most recent one. All mediocre, sadly, but that's fine. And then we go with add operating system, Nextos 2, which is one of our best ones. Okay, so we have AI, we have multiplayer, we have joystick support, we have QA. Ah, yeah, best quality is only medium. I think it's just a matter of that's all that's currently available to us. So that's all we can really do with it. So that's okay. That's understandable. And yeah, it's small. Okay. So we simply can't develop large games yet. We simply don't have the capacity in this era to do large games. We can only do small games so far. So games are just going to have to be as they are. sadly. Let's have a look at profits though. So all your releases, release dates, have a look at profits. Just make sure none of them are really losing money. The game engine losing money is fine. The visual tools losing money is fine. Games are making a lot of money actually, especially since how fast they're being produced. Yep, games are fine. They don't make a huge amount of money each. We are making 2 per month, which means they are definitely paying for their thing. Also, they'll be better in the future, so it's best we have it now. Also, OSs are making us a freaking fortune, with the OSs being our biggest profit. That's it. Everything revolves around the OS. It's all here to support the fact we have an OS, and in future patches in particular, more dependence is going to go on to things like making sure the OS has software ready for it. So as long as we have all these other guys pumping out software for the OSs, ooh, hello. The janitor should get to that. We have several janitors. However, we do have the server room, so I think it'd be best if we just flood the thing with maintenance. There we go. So then, yeah, I think this might be where we call it. Actually, more time's gone by than you've probably noticed because I've done quite a lot of editing, so it's quite a short episode today. I hope you've enjoyed it regardless. This one I'm going to end it. So we now have complete and utter independence from other groups. We are still producing mediocre in some sections, but that's now what we're going to be fixing on. We're going to be going quality and quantity mental. So we're going to have a lot of I think I am going to go with the small buildings. I'm going to next episode design a building which is easy to reproduce, which is going to have every building will have one full production line in. So it'll have one group for development, one for production, and it's going to be 2 floors most likely, and just like essentially like a small house. And it's going to be really cute, and I'm going to really like it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have this main building here. Then we're going to start producing houses of some kind. I want them to be interesting looking, so something I quite like how this looks. So probably something like that. That'll be next episode. Today has been all about establishing complete and utter independence and dominance over the world, which we have happily done. Several million per month is not very bad. So thank you for watching Certain Threats. If you have enjoyed this episode and are enjoying the series and want to see its continuation, then likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and ensures that the episodes continue to carry on. Someone's retired, but it doesn't look it was a leader, so the HR should grab that very soon. So thank you, goodbye, toodle pip.